Welcome back to Inside the Box. Today I wanted to talk about eBay as a hobby versus eBay as a business and kind of tell you where I'm at in this process, and I hope to be able to relate with a lot of you on this journey and to let you know it's okay to go a slower pace. When I was in high school, I ran cross country and I learned a lot of life analogies from doing that. And when you start a race, you want to kind of pick someone to run with, to keep a pace with, and gradually as you go throughout that race and you get to that last mile or last lap, you pass that person. So when you're starting a business, you kind of want to pick someone who's at your level so you can learn and grow off of each other. If you just start out running, if you're the first person, ready, set, go, and you jump out in front of the pack and you run, you're going to be burnt out. You're going to fall behind, you're going to get discouraged, and you're going to lose the race. When I started eBay, I had this pace idea in mind. I knew it'd be a long run, but if I gradually worked and if I was consistent, I could get to where I needed to be and where I want to be. I'm not there yet. I'm still in the race. But that's okay. It's okay to take things a little slower and don't get discouraged. eBay is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It takes time. So that's what I decided to do with eBay and with YouTube is I wanted to start the race off right. I wanted to run the pace that a few other people around me were running. And I knew that eventually I'd get to my end goal. Eventually I'd get to where I wanted, and it would take time. It takes time to run a long race, and this is what it is, a long race. I'm in it for the long haul, okay? And for the thrifting hauls. Okay, so an eBay business, you're going to have an eBay store, you're going to have hundreds of items worth of inventory, and you're going to be listing every day, you're going to be working really hard, you're going to be hustling. A hobby, you may or may not have an eBay store. You may have up to about 200 items in your store. And you're going to make cash now and then. Maybe you have items that you're just selling around your house. Maybe you go thrifting once a month. Maybe you inherited a ton of stuff and you're trying to get rid of it. You're not going out every day to find inventory. You just like to do it. You like to do it, and it's something that brings you a little bit of cash. So this is kind of where I'm at. I want eBay to be a business for me, but I'm still in this hobby stage because I was skeptical. I kept hearing people on YouTube saying how much money they can make and that they just jumped in and did all this and they just went for it. And sometimes you do have to do that, but I knew I'd get burnt out if I did that. So I said, okay, I'm not planning on making $1,000 profit next month. I'm not going to go at this that intense. I'm going to take it a little bit slower, which is just fine. And I started, I think the first month I sold, I didn't even make $10 profit, but then I made $50 profit. Then I remember my first $100 profit month. And I've fluctuated up and down because I'm still in this hobby stage. I do not have an eBay store yet because I wanted to prove to myself that I was fit enough, I was in shape enough to run this race. I wanted to make sure I could make the $20 profit a month to pay for that store fee. But it is so worth it to go get an eBay store. I just need to do it, guys. That's my fear, my hesitation. Give me inspiration in the comments below, please, if you have an eBay store, to help me just take that dive into the deep end, okay? So that's where I'm at. It's okay to have hobbies. And then with YouTube, sorry, it's a bit of change topic, but it's the same principle for me as I want to be monetized on YouTube because I know this is something I can do from home, and that's the end goal. That's the finish line, finding something that can bring an income in that I can do from home. So with YouTube, it gets discouraging. You put in a lot of work. I didn't understand until I started trying it how much work goes into video editing, how much goes into film planning, how many times you do a retake, and so it wasn't something, if I would have just jumped in and been like, okay, I'm going to start making videos, start a channel, and I'm going to have it monetized in 2 weeks, like I would be burnt out completely. So I have a goal. I have 3 years. I want to be monetized in 3 years. That's a long time. But if you invest that time and that effort, if you start at that pace, at the end of 3 years, you're going to get there. At the end of 3 miles, you're going to finish the race. So it's a struggle right now to be in this hobby stage, growing to a business. But if I'm consistent with it, it will get there. And I wanted to start this YouTube and eBay hobby at the same time so that it could grow together and work for me. If you're scared about starting eBay, start it as a hobby first. Just try it out. That's what I'm doing, and I'm loving it, and I'm finding, okay, this does work for me, so now I have the confidence to move forward. I had to run a little slower pace. I wasn't as fit as some other people who have the capital that can just jump in and do this and run faster than me, but that's okay. So if you're my pace, please subscribe to my channel. Let's learn from each other. Let's grow together. Let's run this race, and I'll see you in 3 miles. I'll see you in 3 years. We'll cross that finish line together, and we will get there. Thank you all for your support. I really appreciate it.